Welcome, you beautiful faces, back. I'm joined with Zach, and we're looking at embarrassingly dumb ways people died. We did this once before, and a lot of you guys really enjoyed it, so let's hop into it.
Number 20. LiveWire. When
LiveWire.
Michael Godwin had his death penalty commuted to a life sentence, he was grateful to be able to walk away from death row.
Okay, still gotta be in prison.
Yeah.
One night in 1989, he discovered the television in his cell was broken.
And he got a TV?
Well, they have TVs in the cell.
Foolishly, he thought it would be a great idea to use his teeth instead of a wire cutter.
Oh,
By
God.
using a live wire, he electrocuted himself.
Oh!
He was sitting on a metal toilet at the time.
That amplifies it.
Really?
Yeah.
He made his own death share.
When a Brazilian farmer discovered a beehive on his property in 2002, he knew precisely two things. Bees can sting.
I like these
and
transitions.
I know this
fire.
is
No one
nicely
knows why he
animated.
decided that fire was his best option. All we do know is that he fashioned a makeshift helmet from a plastic bag to save himself from both the smoke and the bee sting.
Oh, man.
When he didn't return home, his wife set out to find him and soon discovered him suffocated.
Oh, that's so sad. He literally just suffocated himself.
Yeah.
And the bees were still chilling. Like, I don't even think he messed with the bees.
People don't understand that bees aren't gonna sting you unless you're messing with them. You could walk right by a beehive and they won't mess with you.
Bro, plastic bag, you can't like rip that apart?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I say. You can't like
breathe?
poke a hole or like even like if I'm dying, like I'm gonna do whatever I can to.
Yeah, like, isn't that when you get like most strength adrenaline? Like, I just maybe didn't happen for him.
One afternoon in 2005, Marco decided to clean the chimney in his workshop. But when he tried to use a simple broom, he realized it was too small for the job. Clearly, he had to improvise.
Oh, God.
Looking in his workshop, he thought he found the perfect thing. A grenade.
A grenade?
Except he failed to think about what could happen as he switched on his welding equipment. As soon as the flame hit the grenade, it exploded, killing him instantly.
Why do you just have a grenade?
Now these are the Darwin Awards, so these are dumb people.
Yeah.
Texas shop owner Michael was an alcoholic, but not an ordinary one. Due to a painful throat condition, he couldn't drink through his mouth. This meant he had to find other ways to consume his liquor.
We were just watching that like that was a normal thing.
So he can't drink the alcohol, so he's got to put it up his butt.
Is that what it is?
Back in like, it was like 2005 through 10, there was this thing going on where girls would take tampons and they would soak them in like vodka, and then they would like put them like up their butt and they would get drunk off of it.
That gets you drunk?
They didn't have to drink it, so they weren't like taking in calories.
Oh.
If it's in your intestines, it just goes straight into your bloodstream.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
That is OD.
Yeah, dude. It was like this big thing that was going on. Like, I never really understood it.
As alcohol is absorbed directly through the capillaries in the rectum. So one night he wanted to get blind drunk and decided the only way to do it was to pour 100 fluid ounces of sherry up his rear end.
100 ounces?
And he was dead by the morning. The
literally
toxicology
alcohol
report
poisoning.
stated he had a blood alcohol level of 0.47%.
Oh my God.
Holy f. If that's straight alcohol, bro, like, imagine drinking that too. Like, you probably die as well.
And it's even like, it's amplified if you just do it straight through your butt, because like it just goes right into your bloodstream.
How did he like pass out?
Because it was probably like, he probably got like half of it in there, and it's so strong that he was like,
hits you like jelly.
because it goes right into your bloodstream.
Oh, dude, that's so weird.
When a 58-year-old Australian woman was driving to the grocery store and thought she'd forgotten her plastic bags, she promptly stopped her car to check the trunk. If only she was more worried about her parking than she was about her grocery bags, she would have remembered to put the handbrake on. As she checked the trunk, the car began rolling backward.
Oh, that's so sad. I just feel bad for her. Like, I'd be forgetting to use the parking brake as well.
A Romanian man in 2002 decided he would skip checking the local train schedules and instead deduce if the train was coming through the power of his own ears. Lying on the railway line, he pressed his ears to the train.
What?
He was trying to figure out if the train was coming just by listening to the rail. Just look at the schedule.
Or that, yeah. Like, what do you...
He was hit by an oncoming express train and died immediately.
Get this motherfucker out of here.
Don't you just hate it when your lava lamp doesn't heat up quickly enough? Well, 24-year-old Philip did. After plugging in his lava lamp and waiting a few minutes, he was disappointed to see that nothing was happening.
You ever have a lava lamp?
I had some.
He decided to speed up the process by placing it on a hot stove. But with the contents of a lava lamp only being designed to withstand temperatures of up to 40 degrees, it quickly overheated and exploded. Poor Philip was killed when the glass from the lamp shattered and penetrated his heart.
That is horrible.
Oh, the glass went into his heart.
I didn't even think about it. Dude, I was almost on this show. Growing up, I had my favorite blanket, and I had a light next to my bed, and I would put the blanket on the light for like a couple minutes so it would get really warm, and I was like, I would just love how warm it was. I would put it on my face and everything, so one night I was like, bro, if I put it on here and go to sleep, when I wake up, this bitch is gonna be so warm. It started like burning and I was asleep, and then my dad like smelled the smoke and saved me. So I almost burned myself alive. I was almost on here. Kid wants to heat up his blanket and dies to a fire.
Romanian aluminum factory decided to have some fun with an air hose actually used for industrial machinery.
Air hose?
When
Okay.
dust off their clothes became boring, they cranked things up a notch and decided to remove their clothes entirely.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going.
One of the guys decided he was going to see what happened when he pumped 6 bars of atmospheric pressure into his anus.
What?
Yo. Who's just like, yo, wonder what would happen if I shove this air hose up my ass and turn it on. Like, what would that do? Was it gonna like blow it out his mouth or something? Or like
Broke right through his intestinal tract, and he died
exploded
within
his
minutes
shit.
from severe internal hemorrhaging.
dumbass.
In 2017, 2 United States Navy pilots got a little too carried away with Top Gun when they decided to completely abandon safety regulations to perform daredevilish stunts.
Oh, daredevils scare me.
They swapped controls back and forth. Descending too low and slow, one of the pilots traded off controls to his co-pilot, but it was too late. The T-45C Goshawk
Dude,
crashed
small planes,
before they could safely
terrifying.
eject themselves.
Yeah.
Birch was fond of the phrase, there are old pilots and there are bold pilots.
There are dumbass pilots.
The fastest human can run over 27 miles per hour. But that's only after accelerating during a run-up. A Dutch teenager in 2004 thought he could do better than that and get close to that speed straight away.
Why does a Dutch teenager think he's Usain Bolt?
Does he know how fast these people are?
He set his car to cruise control at 20 miles per hour and told them he was going to jump out and run alongside the car before jumping back in and driving away.
Okay,
But his
cool little
shop
stunt.
friends could only look on as he stepped out the moving car and immediately smashed his head on the tarmac. When meteorologists warned the Czech Republic of impending rainstorms, most people paid attention. But not this
Right.
group of geocachers who thought it would be clever to climb into an underground waterworks tunnel. Although 2 members of the group survived, 2 others were swept away, with 1 young man still reported missing.
Oh, that's horrible.
Nobody likes long bus journeys. They're cramped
Facts.
and boring. One Scottish woman especially hated the idea of spending 12 hours stuck on a coach from Glasgow to London without a cigarette. Passengers reported that she grew increasingly agitated and watched in
Oh,
horror
no.
as she began throwing herself at the passenger door. The bus was traveling at
What?
60 miles per hour when she tumbled out into the road before falling under the wheels of the
Oh,
bus.
she want.
Smoking really does kill.
So she just wanted to stop for a smoke, but they wouldn't stop?
When a local man booked tickets in the VIP area of the cinema complex, he was hoping for a good time.
How do you die at a movie theater?
After dropping his phone beneath his seat, he tried to retrieve it, only to get his
Okay.
head wedged inside the footrest. If this wasn't bad enough, he then suffered a cardiac arrest and died in hospital.
Had a heart attack? That's the most random shit I've ever seen. Dropped his phone, went to get it, had a heart attack, and died.
That's
Got
just
stuck.
unlucky.
Yeah, that's tough.
Maybe he had such like a panic attack that he was stuck that it just went
Oh, and the movie's
south?
like super loud and dark in there and nobody knows.
50-year-old Michael was a clever man. Not only was he a college headmaster, he was also a respected geography lecturer on the conferences circuit. While on a trip to the Victoria Falls Bridge, he was happily taking photos of his girlfriend when he dropped his glasses over the edge. Thinking he wouldn't be able to enjoy the view of the glorious Victoria Falls without them, he tried to retrieve them, only to fall 40 feet to his death.
No, don't fall to your death.
Governor Morris come to an untimely end through an eye-watering DIY medical procedure. When Morris began suffering from a blockage in his urethra, he took matters into his own hands. Inserting a whalebone into his urethra, all he managed to do was give himself a deadly infection. He died November 6, 1860.
Whalebone? Wait, where did he stick that up?
His penis.
58-year-old Clifford Jones was driving without a seatbelt. He decided to watch a bit of adult content on his phone and have some fun. If only he'd kept his hands on the wheel. With the blood rushing away from his head, he grew increasingly distracted and lost control of his car. As it crashed,
Bro, he
he
got
hurtled
too
through the sunroof
aroused.
and died on impact.
Imagine you wreck your car, right? You die. They find you. Dick's out and there's porn playing on your phone. It's the most embarrassing shit ever, dude.
If you could survive and have that still be happen, like I'd just rather die at that point. Like, I don't want the embarrassment.
In 2017, Alexander Sasha Chechik from Russia pulled the pin out of a hand grenade while in his car and posted photographs of himself holding it to his girlfriend.
How did he post it so fast?
The guy didn't manage to insert the hand grenade pin back in. The pin is the safety mechanism. It's the lever on the side of the firing mechanism that activates the grenade when released. However, it's still not worth risking it by removing the pin. Police categorized his death as an accident and not suicide.
Bro, it's just in the back seat and you just go to a stop.
Didn't know how they work.
Tale of a man who stumbled across a World War II grenade. Instead of staying well clear, he wanted to open it up to see how it worked. Back home, he placed it inside a vise and tried to saw it.
Just Google it.
The saw detonated the grenade and the man died from a fatal head injury. Gary Bannon from North Carolina was at his friend's house when he spotted a mysterious jar of tasty-looking liquid. Assuming it was hot sauce and without bothering to check, he flipped off the lid and started to drink it.
Wait, so he thought it was hot sauce?
So he sees a random unmarked jar of liquid. He thought it was hot sauce, so he starts drinking it. Why would you just be like, if it's unmarked, oh, I think that's hot sauce. I'm not just gonna pick it up and drink it. Who just drinks hot sauce?
Soon discovered it wasn't hot sauce at all, but a jar of gasoline. The shock of chugging gasoline was too much for Gary, so he spat it out, then tried to calm down with a cigarette. As soon as he lit it, he caught fire and died the next day from his injury.
Okay, bro. I don't think anybody deserves to die, but at that point, you should have seen it coming.
You're asking for it.
That's some dumb people, bro.
I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like right down below. Make sure to check out Zack's channel. Check out 2 other videos we did popping up. I'll see you in the next one.